What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before we jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I'm here to get sweaty, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun while I do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hamel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hamel for years. I started shopping from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Omens of the Third Age set bundles are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the chat command Hamel for contact info, then reach out on Blue Sky, Discord, email, or Twitter to see what he can do for you. Using the data command will produce a link to Fablazing.com, the best source for deck list, matchup, and tournament data. Do you have too much money? Give some of it to me. Custom channel tokens, as used by 2025 US National Champion and World's 2025 Top 8 competitor Majin Bey, are available from my Ko-Fi. Follow my tournament journey and spam the coolest emojis by becoming a channel member. And remember that channel members get matchup guides, post-game notes, elevated chat privileges, and more. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Hello everyone, happy Thursday. That's what day it is. Playing Jarl today because Jarl is really, really good. Especially now, like seeing all those new spoilers, all the expansion slot cards, I'm like way more interested in playing Jarl because I think about building Aurora, who we still are like missing some critical component of what Aurora does. Like we're missing something. Like lightning flow generation, or how is she giving go again, or how is she playing enough instants to do something but actually have like, I don't know, some sort of plan. What an interesting hand of cards. I guess I do this. Put a fruits. Oh, I can't put a fruits back in the deck if I do that. What a weird. Okay, we're doing this. Ability. Both. Put a fruits back in the deck. And then pass. That was interesting. I'm feeling Shield Breaker. No, I'm not a believer in it yet. No, you're gonna crumble me. Please don't. I would love to Terra Sunder here, but I am a resource short. If this Unforgetting was something else, that would be pretty cool. So I guess I am on Sledge, pitch, Arsenal Plow, hold the Unforgetting. Thank you, Colwell. Not congratulate, I guess congratulations. Thank you for re-upping for another month. This is terribly exciting for me. Man and Conquer with Dominate. Don't. The Dominate here is definitely awkward. Like, I can cover this pretty well. Unfortunately, my Unforgiving does not trigger. And I can't decompose the Unforgiving. This is, like, definitely a little awkward. And then I guess my plan is just like Sledge. What a strange combination of cards. Like, this is fine. And then I guess I'm going to IP this Rootbound Carapace. Because I need it. I need Decomposed Font. Like, I need Earth in Graveyard. I could have played the Plow Under here, which doesn't seem very good. Opponent has a better D-React than mine. So, like I was saying, I feel good about playing Jarl just generally. Like, we've seen so many good expansion slot cards. Okay, you're on Marco's list. And so many good expansion slot cards that, like, buff these really aggressive decks into being even better than they were before. That, like, God, you think I'm going to build, like, bring Aurora, who we're still clearly waiting for something. You think I'm going to bring Aurora into, like, Puffin? What's up, Delph? It's going well. This is our first game. Definitely needed to be better about filling out my little spreadsheet for what my actual game plan is into Jarl. Which at the moment... Okay, so they just stacked a Sprout Strength CNC. We're just playing this Plow Under for her big old 2. But I get to interact with whatever Jarl is doing. And my Decompose is going to be better. Fiddler's Green... Okay, well now I know you're not on Marco's list because Marco is not playing Fiddler's Green. And then we'll just Arsenal this E-Strike, I guess. Which is, like, fine. My line here is definitely awkward with the Remembrance. We can, like, Rootbound this, E-Strike, bottom and Oaken Old, Tunic, pitch Mangle Remembrance to Sledge. Yes, Sledge go Burr, always. I mean, this hand really needed some blues in it. Alternatively, we just block 6 here. E-Strike 7, bottom the Remembrance, and then Arsenal the Rootbound. And I do have Decompose available if I need it. I think this is fine. There's just not a better way to convert this hand. We've got a Pulse and a CNC. So our opponent's CNCs are all towards the bottom of their deck. I'd love a way to get value out of this Tunic, but I guess it's just not going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, like, bringing Aurora into Puffin just looks really bad, or Aurora into Marlin looks really bad. What turn are we on? This is turn 4, and I did go first here. Okay, have Sprout Strength. Is it the last CNC? No, E-Strike. E-Strike for 11. My line here is looking like... We can block with Rootbound. I can Decompose it, but I only have 2 Earth Engrave. I kind of want to crumble their Tunic and Arsenal the Frostfang. Like, we haven't seen a Pummel yet. So we could go block CLF. I mean, I could do this. Like, I could block 8, Tunic Sledge, pitch a Crumble. We could CLF, pitch Crumble, Tunic Frostfang, Arsenal the E-Strike. Mirror is, yes, Mirror is slow. Our pitch deck so far is, like, not impressive. We pitched a Terra Sunder, but we haven't seen, we blocked with the only Oaken Old we've seen so far. Still looking for Fellings. We could, the CLF, I feel like doesn't super matter, especially when paired with the Frostfang. I think we're probably... Block 3, block 6, don't decompose. We could block with E-Strike, block 9. Tunic, Sledge, Arsenal, Frostfang. That gets a little worse because our Tunic is down. We really want to pair it with Frostfang. Jesus. Alright, let's do this. Frostfang, CLF, Rootbound, not Decompose. We're going to Tunic, Sledge, pitching the Crumble, and we're going to Arsenal the E-Strike. Our opponent can Decompose, finally. They have 3 Earth cards. They're down 2 CNCs, pitch to the bottom. They're down an E-Strike. We've seen a second Sprout Strength. We have no idea yet if they are on Pummel. Alright, I'm suspecting that we're either getting Plowed or Fellinged. There's the Felling. Pummel is a little late. Which tells me that we are probably bottoming the Pummel, blocking with the E-Strike. Actually, we can bottom the Pummel, go block, block, take 2, send E-Strike for 7, bottom the Oakenold. I don't hate that play. I hate that we're in the position. Opponent pitched an Oakenold and a Remembrance. I don't think their Oakenold is next to anything important. Everbloom Tunic, Sledge. These really methodical games where every detail matters. I do too. That's why I love the Guardian Mirror. Like, I understand why people don't like the Guardian Mirror, because it's slow as fuck and super boring, but I think that having to like paying attention to what your opponent is doing, paying attention to their stack, like, it's something I'm really trying to get better at, because it really is this, like, incredibly technical gameplay where you can get rewarded for just, like, doing it slightly better than your opponent. We can... This hand is awkward because it doesn't really do anything. I'm like, we can sink below... Like, I don't want to plow my sink below. What's our earth count? We have 3 earth in graveyard. Plow under would take us to 2. Is it worth sinking into anything? Like, is it worth sinking the Crumble? I think it is fine to sink here. And we're going to sink the Crumble. And we're looking for, I mean, if I could find Pummel, that'd be sick. But ideally, I'm looking for something to put in my arsenal. Period. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one to put in the arsenal. We are going to pitch to Gauntlets, send the Plow. This will be buffed. It gets our Well-Grounded online. Our opponent loses the arsenal. We're sending 6. Opponent should net 1 life out of this. They just Sledge. So I am now looking at sheltering this and then going with my Tear Asunder Sledge. We don't have to do that. Alternatively, we can block 6, Tunic Sledge. I guess we would block 7, Everbloom, Tunic Sledge. I don't know that I am supposed to Tear Asunder here. We haven't seen a Staunch from our opponent. I guess that's... Let's go for it. This is also potentially going to incentivize our opponent to Arsenal a card, which means that I can hit them with the CNC. They don't have a D-React in Arsenal, which is why I'm excited about this play. This reminds me of the time I fatigued Jarl with Syndra. It's very possible, right? Like, you can definitely fatigue a Syndra, or fatigue a Jarl with Syndra if you get to apply a ton of pressure, and you keep them on the back foot long enough. Like, there just isn't anything they can do. All right, Oakenold for 9 Dominate. We draw a Staunch with no blues in hand, which is really cool. Sick. Which means that we are going to... We could crown our CNC away. Try to find a blue to pay for the Staunch. We could also well-grounded pitch 2 reds to Staunch. The problem with that is... I don't have a follow-up. I think I do need to crown here, unfortunately. We do find the blue, which is nice. I get to Staunch Response. I do not want to pay the resources, so we can... Depends on if our opponent arsenals or not. Like, I'm not opposed to CNC here. We can also... Yeah, so they're not going to arsenal, so we are just going to sledge. I'm not going to send the CNC here. Problem here is I'm putting 2 reds next to each other. Okay, they did bring in the Midas Touch. They were prepared. They wanted to go the distance. You're sledging me, which means that I kind of need to prepare for being pummeled. Should crumble. I could crumble the Tunic. I think we're past that point. My Tunic is down. I'm thinking about sheltering this and then playing CLF and Autumn's Touch. I don't hate that line. Feels a little low value, but... And I hate that the sledge continues to get through. Our opponent can block with 2 cards and then use 2 blues to pay for sledge. We get a mangle out of them, they take some damage. Jesus. What is going on with these all red hands? This is like our 3rd one. This is so terrible. Opponent's on 2 Remembrance? Jesus. We don't know what their arsenal is. I'm just gonna block with Felling. Like, holy shit. Send the CNC. See if our opponent wants to give us crown or not. I would have loved to send a Felling here, like block a little better, but Kind of like keeping D-Reacts in the deck for second cycle Okens. That may be what I was supposed to do. I feel like I'm about to get Okenolded. I was just mangled. That's fine. Mangled, I can... I could pummel this Felling. I'm not going to do that, but I could. I think the line here has got to be Autumn's Touch Sink, and then we just send a Felling and bottom our pummel for second cycle. I do have the Earth to do this. I've not been tracking my pitch well enough to know if it's worth sinking this. I think I am going to sink the pummel. Like, I have things I could find. If I had found a blue there, then I get to play the Everbloom. And then send the Felling. Sending this Plow under seems less good. It does keep the Felling in the deck for second cycle, which is kind of interesting. I do think I like that a little bit more. Plow, Terra Center. I feel like I always freak out at, like, which card am I supposed, which non-Earth am I supposed to banish to Plow under, and it's like, this doesn't matter. Tunic Sledge, we are taking this Sledge. It's maybe greedy, but I am going to send the Okenold. We get to gain 2 life. We get to Arsenal Ice Lock Glaze, which is not embarrassing. We still just haven't seen Staunches from our opponent, which makes me think that they are not playing them. What did you drop? Quick Dodge Flexors for the current boots? Yeah, Quick Dodge just doesn't do anything. Quick Dodge doesn't do anything against Guardian. Well Grounded is a lot better when we are playing Plow Unders as well. So here we get to do a fun thing, which is Ice Lock Glaze. Going to freeze our opponent's arsenal as long as they have a Frostbite. And then I just send Glacial Footsteps. Arsenal a sink below. It's COF turn, his life worse. Yeah, these boots are also Earth. We know that our opponent has an Okenold in Arsenal because they showed us an Okenold by mistake. Let's see, both of these cards will be in the same hand. There's an Okenold. I can just cover the damage. Cover the damage, like block Ripple away, sink below, pitch CLF to send Felling, discard fruits. We do have Earth in Banish. That seems fine. I'm very concerned that we are, like, definitely getting fatigued here. I think our opponent is just really outplaying us, like, pretty heavily. Fruits. Ripple. They also have 2 Remembrance in the deck. I think they have just been outplaying us, frankly. Go Ripple. Can cover the 6. Does CLF have Go Again? CLF does have Go Again. I could keep a card and send the Dominated Sledge again, but I don't think that's where I want to be. I think I might be looking to Arsenal the Tear Asunder. Feels a little like, I don't know if we're there yet. Also not tracking my opponent's pitch well enough to know if they are at their Sprout Strength CNC. They are at their Sprout Strength CNC. Oh, Sprout Strength Felling. That's even worse. I think we're just, like, very dead from this point. Our opponent has really just outplayed us. Oof, this hand is terrible. I really put 3 reds next to each other. Oh, I was a card off of the Oakenfold pitch stack. That's what happened. Sprout Strength CNC. Yeah, we'll give them the good game and just concede. We're not going to play 10 more games to lose this game. Like, our opponent just really outplayed us. What do they have left? They were about to... They could have staunched the thing, but they were probably just going to CNC Arsenal to staunch IP the Pulse, and then be able to Oakenfold us into, like, Tear Asunder Sledge. Yeah, we got outplayed. God, they're on 3 Pummels, 2 Remembrance. They were bad. I mean, their pitch stack was not great here, but in general, like, was it a nice play? We got our ass kicked. This was not a close game. Jarl loss. Our game plan here is just out Guardian with Sledge and Pitch, stacking big threats. We went first. Game length was 19 turns. The winner had 24 life. It's hilarious. Reflections on the game. We got massively outplayed by opponent who maximized Sledge value and Sprout Strength to convert hands. What are our conclusions? Need to maximize Sledge value and pitch stack better. Pitch stack de-reacts for late game. Defensive value when converting the pitch stacked big cards. Yeah, I mean, I think the big problem... We saw too many reds, but, like, that's just how our deck is built. Like, we kind of can't... I could call it draw variance, which existed, but... I mean, our opponent was also playing, like, they were on more pummels than we were. They weren't playing the Frost Fangs. Oh, they did have staunches. I just wasn't paying attention. Like, they were also on staunches. They were on Sprout Strengths instead of CNCs, or instead of E-Strikes. I don't like that. It worked for them being able to play 3-card hands. But I am a pretty firm believer that E-Strike is better than Sprout Strength. I don't think I can call it, like, I'm going to play out this game. This deck is not optimized for Oscilio. Because as far as me testing for Nationals, this deck won't exist. I mean, it will, but not in its current form of, like, oh, I got to bring Oasis Respite. Oh, I have to care about Mind Warp for 10. Like... I will play this game, but it doesn't matter. We get to do the cool thing. We get to Imposing turn 0 for a crumble, to crumble the Greaves. I am going to Arsenal the Oakenfold, which is kind of, I don't want to say contentious, but it definitely is like a choice that I believe is correct, that I need to be doing. Like, Oakenfold is more effective against Oscilio than Arsenal the Rootbound. If I could have Arsenal to plow under. I think that would have been correct. Gone coming in for 4. With go again, I kind of want to root bound this just to get my value, but I'm also thinking like, do I need to give a shit about the rest of the turn? Oscilio hasn't pitched yet. I really want to buy space for this Oakenold, so I think I can give Stalagmite here. I want to slow down Oscilio's turn because I can either block like another Gone with root bound, or I can like pitch Ripple away to AB3. And then Oakenold. Okay. Somersault to pick up the Flittering. Let's see what the rest of your turn is. If it's Flittering, I am pitching the Root Bound. If it is Spell, then I'm playing the Root Bound. If it's Spell, then I'm pitching Ripple away. Either way, I get to play this Oakenold. The real, like, got me here is second Mind Warp. But even that, unless there's another pump on it, I just AB3. Yeah, so we AB3 with Ripple. I don't have to shuffle away my hand. Your hand is a Flittering Charge. I'm going to Arsenal the Root Bound because it's a red and I want to keep the blue in my hand, but I guess the Root Bound, you know what? The Root Bound does have value when I know that Oscilio has a Flittering Charge in Arsenal. Sadly, I cannot decompose, or else that would be really cool. Okay, Oakenold hits. Just playing out the hand. So we know that the Flittering Charge isn't doing anything. I still think it's right to Arsenal. Well, Oscilio might just, like, attack with the Flittering. Hey, I'm a good player. I do need to take this damage. Yeah, I need to take this damage, unfortunately. Please attack me with Flittering Charge. Shit. I also can't play the Everbloom, which I would really love to do. Like, I would love for Plow Under to be... Actually, I can... What is this? This is a Root Bound? I could Tunic. Tunic, Plow, fuse these two, and then play the Everbloom. Kind of don't hate that. Means my Tunic is down for AB1, but it does mean that I get to put another Earth card in graveyard. Yeah, we're going to do that. I really want to make sure I can decompose. So I'll get to play Life as an instant, and then I do have Everbloom and Crumble in my graveyard. For this Root Bound, possibly, or like if I find a Felling or a Plow, like I want to be disruptive. Jesus, okay. I guess that's fine. It's not ideal for me, but I guess that is what's going to happen. We are pitching away this Pummel. I'll keep the Crumble in hand, which is probably wrong. I should probably keep the CLF, because I'm more likely to do something with the CLF. But, like, you know, what if I draw another Oakenold? Then I'm just up. It isn't my favorite burial goods focused on Fab rather than Eldritch Horror. I don't know what that means, Topat, but I'm doing well. I'm glad to see you. Nice Greaves, nerd. We have 2 Earth in graveyard, so I cannot, like, decompose the Rootbound and the Felling, which means I'm probably blocking with the Rootbound here. And then we'll hold the CNC. I would definitely, if I knew this Oscilio player in real life and we were playing in paper, I would absolutely mock them for losing their Greaves. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you. Okay. Like, ideally, I can block with a CNC. And then arsenal this Felling. So that's what we're going to do. I don't need to worry about, like, Stalagmite here. I guess I could. Have a CNC. So we're down a Pummel. Get to arsenal the Felling. I am an Earth card away from being able to decompose the Felling, but that's fine. Surely I get to block with an Earth card next turn, right? Like, we're still in a very good position this game. Got the E-Strike coming in. Oscilio could block it with, like, Flash and Bindings, but then has to give me a card from, like, 2 other cards. Or, like, give me a full Tunic, which is fine. At this point, we're just trying to slow Oscilio down. Any world we're blocking with Felling, then CNC 2 turns in a row. Yeah, for sure, like, that is a possible line. My thinking is Felling is also, like, is going to be just as disruptive. Now, this hand is a little awkward because I have the Felling and the Plow, which I won't be able to play together. What we do have is Terra Sunder, so I can, at minimum, like, play Terra Sunder, pitch Imposing, Tunic Plow to send Titan's Fist. Opponent has armor, but they would have to give it all and a card from hand. I think what I'm doing instead is just sinking this and bottoming Plow. Actually, that doesn't make sense. We should block with the Plow to make sure that I can Felling. That's the line. That's what I'm missing. Channel Lightning Valley is extremely rude. I am going to let it hit. I don't think sinking here is correct. I'd rather save the sink for a follow-up. I guess I could have sunk, actually. I didn't realize this didn't have Go Again. I get got by Blink. What's your instant speed thing? Oh, just nothing. Well, I guess in that case, I mean, I get to send the Felling, which is nice, and then I'll just Arsenal. It's either Sink or Terra Sunder. I think arsenaling the Sink makes the most sense. There's gonna be an attack. I get to cover the Channel Lightning Valley. Like, it's important to chain disruption against Oscilio, so I was looking at Terra Sunder, like, oh, if I put Terra Sunder in Arsenal, then I'm fine. I just need to keep 2 blues, and I get to Terra Sunder Titan's Fist. But Oscilio still has armor, so I'm not super convinced that the Terra Sunder would even hit if I do get to keep 3 cards. Arsenaling the Sink below just puts me in a position where I can fix a bad hand. They're like, find Disruption or find a blue. What's up, Rose? Rose, what are you gonna do now that they're showing the pirate cards, but Gravy hasn't gotten anything? YouTube doesn't like to tell me you're live. I haven't been getting the emails either. I guess I should probably check on that. Hey, Oscilio's got a turn cooking. I'm glad we sat on this Sink below. I have 2 Blizzards in this deck. I would sure love if I had one of them. Alright, this Blast has Super Go Again, which is disappointing. We can... Sadly, the Unforgetting Unforgiving does not find me a Mangle, but it's still a 4-block, and I think it's important for me to get the red out of my hand in case I need to start pitching blues to Arcane Barrier. And like, if Oscilio just ends the turn prematurely, then it makes more sense for me to get the red out. If I really needed to, this hand can pitch 3 blues to Imposing Visage to find a channel like Frigid. Gravy only got nerfed, so sad. Gravy's getting a fair... Does Gravy even need more allies? I feel like Gravy needs something... Like, Gravy's problem is not allies. Flittering for 4, I could like Puffin. Puffin looks scary. I don't want to play New Aurora into Puffin because I think Aurora is going to be, or I think Puffin's going to be like the better aggro deck, and I don't want to play. This is Blast, and you do not have a follow-up. I am going to sink this. I am... If I sink the Imposing, I could find an Ice Blue, which would let me play CLF, which I'm very excited about. If I do sink the Imposing and I don't find an Ice or a Blue, I think we're fine. Yeah, New Aurora, like, playing into Puffin seems like it's going to be really bad. Because New Puffin is just, like, 0 for 4, go again, deck. I don't want to play New Aurora. If she's shaping up to be, like, Runeblade, I don't want to play her into Marlin. Because that's already going to be a bad matchup. And now Marlin has better tech. Like, Jarl being very defensive and having defensive tools does make me feel a lot better about playing Jarl. Or, like, I would even try Betsy. As opposed to, like, trying to run Aurora. Clearly we haven't seen a ton of the card pool. She still has a ton of shit that we could see that would fix her. But, man, that's, we would not have drawn into the Ice Blue. Gravy could use a blue 0 for 3. 0-3 non-attack action, looks at the top 2 cards of the deck, and if there's a blue, pitches 1. If there's a yellow, discard it, make a gold. That would be sick. Who's playing Marlin? That hero is bad. Played a Betsy with Aurora, and she crushed me. That's what I'm afraid of, too. Like, I think the Lightning heroes are also just very fatigable. Flittering Charge for 4. I am, like, interested in doing the Oaken Old, but I don't think I can afford to just take a shit ton of damage. Have an Everbloom. We played 3 CLVs. I'm just wondering if I can block with the gauntlets and, like, be greedy. Let's see. Let's see if I can be greedy. Let's see what the... Maybe the follow-up just isn't good. You do have a Sigil. I think this is fine. We make this block. I take 1. Either it's instant Gone in a Flash. Alright, it's pick up Gone in a Flash. So we are going to AB3, pitch the Everbloom. You pick up the Gone. I doubt you're playing it. If you do, I just block with Oaken Old. We're not doing this anymore. I am going to just Titan's Fist. Bet unless you go for 17 overpower 3 turns in a row. I love Marlin. No, Marlin's sick. I am terrified of that hero. Lightning Flow generation looks real thin at the moment. I assume we're getting a shit ton of commons that care about, that are like going to make the Lightning Flow that Aurora in particular needs, but I think all of them are going to need it in some capacity. Have I played against the new Betsy? I have not played against new Betsy yet. I'm pretty afraid of it. We just lost to a Jarl who, like, pitch stacked way better than we did. Am I trying to tear ass here? Or am I trying to, like, super disrupt? Like, I can CLF tear ass Titan's Fist. I think that's bad. I think what I really want to do... I want to stagger the disruption. So I think what I want to do here is tear asunder. Play Ice Lock Glaze to slow down Oscilio. Like, we lock up the arsenal, we give a Frostbite. Also, it's important that my original plan was going to be pitch the 2 ice cards and then discard fruit, but I would be sending baby Titan's Fist, and I really want to get big Titan's Fist. I want both of these. I want Oscilio to have to give me both pieces of armor. Why, yes, you do need to pay to this Frostbite. Screwing around with Brocilio, and yeah, he seems way more fatigable than I expected. His reach is good, it's just not enough to be dedicated fatigue decks. Like, I think Ziggy is going to be fatigable. We're missing tools for all of them. But, like, Aurora in particular, just coming from old Aurora, it's like, well, we don't have Flicker Wisp. That's important. That was the anti-fatigue tool. New Betsy didn't fatigue me. Good old crushed me. Chain Disruption pretty well. I've seen a Betsy list that I'm interested in trying. They got, I think, just pulled off a Talishar. I'm expecting to try that next week. Like, the deck just looks kind of neat. And I'm interested in Guardians. Where are my pommels? I want to pommel this Frostfang. I can't even play this Channel Lake for value. Started playing 2 weeks before Aurora LL, then I'm interested in trying to build her with the Omens. Is it interesting to try to find the Armory deck? I don't think there will be relevant cards in the Armory deck. Unfortunately. I think if I'm looking at the Armory deck right now, the only card in it that I would consider playing is Written in the Stars, which could just be really any lightning blue 3-block. Excuse me? What the fuck did you just say to me? You're playing Remembrance? Alright. So, Toon Moons, to answer your question, I would not buy the Aurora Armory deck. I would think about, like, at least look up the price of Written in the Stars on TCG Player, but I would not commit your $40. If you're trying to play Silver Age, then it gets a little bit better because you also have Skizix. Blast to Oblivion, Consigned to Cosmos, and Gone in a Flash. Okay. I am going to overpitch, have a Jarl trigger. You should get the Skizzik if you're playing Sage, but I don't think it's worth buying the deck. Do you like to pay a card? I will gain 2 life. Where are my pommels? I wanted to pommel. These aren't pummels either. You seen Lyath's new hammer? Oh boy, I can't wait to rebuild my list to run even more pet yellows. Betsy behind me with new log be like. I mean, it's log is pretty good. Sure. I guess I respect the hustle from this Oscilio. I don't really know what they're looking for. I'm not going to pitch to Gauntlets. I would like to keep my ice card, so if I draw another ice card, I can keep CLF around for a second turn. We'll also just Arsenal Sink Below, because, like, why not? That might be a mistake. I think Oscilio is trying to kill me with arcane damage, so the Sink just might not be good. You're a little late. I get to send Baby Hammer. So we go Terras, Baby Hammer. I'm going to IP the Pulse. Oh, we have no Oakenholds left. This doesn't actually matter then. I should have IP'd the Blizzard. Like, I think we're fine, but the Blizzard would have been more helpful than the Pulse this turn. Whenever someone mentions Written in the Stars, then one Earth, Wind, and Fire song starts playing in my head. As for the answer, I had a suspicion but wasn't too sure. Would you like to pay me to activate this Spring Tunic? Yeah, it's just like, it's fine. I guess I maybe should have IP'd the Ice Lock Glaze to then run that out to try to freeze up this arsenal, or even just get like a 0-cost Frostbite. This Oscilio feels very dead. I'm at 26. I'm like mega up on fatigue. They're about to discard 2 cards or give me Tunic. And a big ass spell? Yeah, we're pretty far ahead. Hey, we found it. We found the thing. Still can't get rid of the sink below, so here's a Frostfang. If they like mega overcommit to blocks, then I just won't play the pummel. Otherwise, we're for sure pummeling. Have a pummel. Pummel goes first, I guess. This doesn't actually matter. That isn't true. If they have 2 reds, the pummel is supposed to come first. So they can't just pitch 2 reds to the Frostfang and then avoid the pummel. Hey, this hand is a hand of cards. We are going to Gauntlets into CNC, and I will IP this Felling. What does Blizzard do? Blizzard, oh, it's not here anymore. It is a 0-cost instant ice card. Target attack loses and cannot gain Go Again unless your opponent pays 2. So, like, base is just good. Like, you stop, you interfere with what the aggro player is doing. You try to slow down their big turn. If the Oscilio is missing armor, it's even better because you also give them a Frostbite. I could send Big Ol' Mangle. I don't think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to send Felling and just IP the Mangle and have the Mangle for next turn. Like, I'm looking for ice to use with the Mangle. I didn't realize I had so few Earth cards left in my graveyard. I really should have checked that before I played the Felling. Okay, they're going for it. Our sink below is going to get value. Oh my god, we even find a Crumble. This line actually doesn't make sense. This can't gain, like, Blizzard is the thing I'm worried about, or not Blizzard, Blink is the thing I'm worried about. The Blast will not have Go Again. This is, and it's fine. It gives him a Frostbite. That's relevant. They paid? Alright. We're going to sink a Mangle. What do I think my Mario win rate is? I don't think I've played against a Marionette for a while. Seduce Secrets. Oh no, my opponent's gonna see my sick-ass turn. My opponent's gonna see that they're super dead. So I get to Mangle for 10 Dominate. I'd be interested to play into more Marionette. This deck is designed to beat Marionette. Like, it is designed to have game into the hero. Have a big-ass Mangle. You have no sigils left? So either you have a D-React somewhere, or you're dead. They're dead. Okay. Yeah. Let's write the thing. This was Oscilio. We win. Pitched strategy was to break Greaves, then out sustain, which we did. We got to go first, which was huge because we got to turn 0 crumble. We had 26 life left. Reflections on the game was turn 0, imposing. Oscilio could never get anything started. Conclusions. Plan worked well. Blizzard was iffy. We'll say Blizzard was iffy. Like, if we had ever drawn the Blizzard on time, it definitely would have worked. Like, there were turns that Oscilio had where Blizzard would have been absolutely backbreaking for them. But as far as, like, consistency goes, maybe it isn't there. But like I said, I'm also not... Oh, God. Riptide. Go first. Okay, so interesting. So Talistar doesn't auto-select your sideboard plan anymore, but it does, like, bring it to the top. So for Riptide, our game plan is to do pitch stacking things like, okay, you're Dreadbore, so yeah, you are slow Riptide. We are going to life. Encounter gets go again. We're going to imposing for crumble. Crumble the tunic. I guess I could crumble a quiver. That can't be worth it. That can't be better than crumbling tunic with a frozen to death. Like, I'm just going to get to, well, not this turn, but later I'm just going to get to do the thing. We can Unforgetting, Unforgiving here. Probably block with Plow. Or I'm just going to commit to blocks. It's a big-ass turn. Murkmire, I can't prevent it. So this is coming in for 9. We do this. We don't find the Mangle because my tunic is down, unfortunately. We pitch Plow for Staunch, and then my turn is just going to be play Everbloom. I also pitch my entire hand to Staunch, which is not good. This is not, I mean, it's not dominated. No, this is still fine. No search. You mean I can't? What is happening here? Oh, Dreadbore has text is what's happening here. Lol. Block, block, block. Keep Everbloom and Staunch for Hammer. I don't want to lose my arsenal, though. That's the thing. I don't want to get Seek and Destroyed. I guess I can give Gauntlets. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's a reasonable line of play. In that case, we are going to search. Yeah, that's true. Dreadbore is a card that exists. I am going to find the Mangle here. It has Dominate because of the Crumble. It doesn't have anything that would trigger Riptide. And it's going to force Riptide to do something, or they lose the Tunic. And if they lose the Tunic, then I get to just like crown this away or let it get Seek and Destroyed or something. Brings me back to the good old days of murdering fatigue decks in cold blood with Azalea. I mean, this is probably my first time ever playing against Dreadbore where the Dreadbore had relevant text. Hey, it's Inertia Trap. That doesn't do anything to me. Does stop my my thing though. God damn it. I really want to do this Frozen to death. And I keep not drawing cards that work with it. Point the Tip. +2, put an aim counter on it. That lets you, it gets Dominate. And you get a trap for your arsenal. Okay. So this is 8? 9? With Dominate. My line is just going to be Shelter, Pitch Ripple to Gauntlet, CNC. The heck is this deck? This is a Riptide Lurker of the Deep. This is them doing something. A game is being played. Someday I'm going to be able to Frozen to Death their Tunic. Oh my god. Ugh. Freaking. Someday I will remember that Dreadbore has text. Jesus Christ. Would Arsenal Shelter? Yeah, but I can't. I have a full arsenal. Jesus. Like, the Frozen to Death is good. I actively want this in my arsenal. I want to Frozen the Tunic. It is something that is good for me to do. Like, it's not great because I keep getting stuck with these D-reacts that I can't arsenal, but eventually I will get to kill this Tunic, and I believe that is important. Opponent says, relax. Alright. Checking for 1 second and there's nothing to see here. No, Austin, this is important. Opponent is going to get to arsenal this Inertia Trap. Sometimes it's too hard to remember all the effects. What a nice guy. Our opponent is cool. Have a CNC. Please give me cards. What have you given us? What have you allowed to be destroyed? Yellow Bolt and Shout. What is this deck? This deck is truly wild. Hey, I get to do the thing. So ideally, I'm blocking 6, playing Frozen, showing the Frostfang, and then arsenaling it. Dreadbore, you may put an arrow from your hand face up into an empty arsenal zone you control. If you do, it gains +1 until end of turn. Okay. We'll block with Mangle. This is Yellow Falcon Wing? What is happening? Yellow Riptide players really do be building anything these days. They're dying for another specialization. This specialization is going to be the one that fixes them. Next time an attack action card hits a hero this turn, create a Ponder token. So Grapnel is just 6 on hit Ponder. Ripple Away is just worth more as a 3 block than as you don't get a Ponder. Yeah, this is fine. I guess. Take 3, you get a Ponder. I don't care. Now I'm going to get to finally destroy this Tunic. Damien and Josh from the Card Guys streamed Riptide a couple days ago. Probably going to see more of this for a minute. Colwell, is this the deck? Just playing a shit ton of yellows? Like, I just feel like surely this is not good. I would like your tunic, please. Okay, things to remember if I'm playing against Riptide is that my Plow Under and my Felling and my Terrace Under will turn on Riptide traps. So I do need to give a shit about decomposing potentially. Which means I think I'm supposed to just be like very defensive. Really like prioritize Sledge. Shot for 3? Like, is this good? I guess I frozen to death last turn, so they didn't, like, have a ton of opportunity to do something. Let's not just block with Felling. My line is going to be Frostfang, pitch the Terrace Under, discard the Fruits, Arsenal the Plow. Sure. Do you have, like, a reaction? Do I get got here? There's a different redline version, so this guy is just having fun. I hope so. I hope one of us is. I mean, there's even a world where I'm not supposed to play this Frostfang. Okay. We're breaking Remembrance Quiver. We're finding 3, like 1 good arrow and then 2 bad arrows. Yellow Falcon Wing, Yellow Bolton Shot, and Murky Water is what we found. This Frostfang looks just more appealing because our opponent has an open armor slot. They also have no armor left. Do you bring in Sledge instead of Titans to avoid triggering traps? Exactly, Brandon. Like, against Riptide, I am intentionally trying not to turn on traps, which makes it a little more difficult because we have Plow Unders, Fellings, and Pummels. But, like, I'm pretty sure I can beat Riptide, especially with him using the Remembrance Quiver already. I'm pretty sure I can win by just, like, sending good attacks and sledging. Like, that is my plan, is to just be defensive and then sledge. Like, the sledge should just win the game. But yeah, our decompose effects get a little worse because they turn on like inertia traps. Point the tip. So this is coming in for 5 with no additional text. 6 with no additional text. We are going to... I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Earth cards in graveyard. Like, I could Plow Under here if I wanted to. I don't think that's good. I could Oakenold here if I wanted to. I don't know if that's good. I feel like it is not. I feel like we are supposed to do the thing that I said, which is be defensive. Actually, we're going to undo if our opponent lets us. I want to play the Rootbound and just keep the Oakenold in deck. Wonder if you just don't decomp attack in this matchup. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Okay, our opponent did allow undoing. We go Lake Frigid. We'll go Ice Lock Glaze. Oh, I can't. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. I can't play the Rootbound Carapace. Jesus Christ. I'm... Our opponent has been extremely patient with us this entire game. I'm not going to keep undoing because I keep forgetting that Dreadbore has text. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Yeah, we should have blocked with the Oakenold. I just keep forgetting that this has text. And the text is relevant. If we lose because of that, we lose because of that. Our opponent already let us undo on that turn. Like, we're not going to keep asking them to do that. This has an aim counter. It gets when this hits a hero, look at their hand and choose a card, they discard it. Does this have an aim counter on it? Yes. I don't really want to get hit by this attack. It's like I have armor, which I kind of don't hate. Can make this block and then sink a D-react to play the plow. That seems fine. Cool. I mean, I've got Tunic. I've got Tunic for the plow. That's fine. Face when felling for 4 is better than felling for 8. Yeah, I mean, I can't not do it. I think I am going to plow here. Not so much that I'm trying to turn it on, just that I'm trying to get cards out of my arsenal. Like, I keep screwing myself by putting not D-reacts in my arsenal and then getting screwed because I can't because I can't D-react. I just keep forgetting that Dreadbore has text. But now I'm going to do it. Now our arsenal is strictly for cards that are D-reacts. Blue Ridge Rider. You opt 1. Okay. There's an argument you don't decomp the plow. Our opponent didn't have an arsenal, which I didn't realize before I decomped the plow. I think you're right. It's just another awkward hand. Like, I think we'll just block 3 and then overpitch. Sucks to lose the E-Strike, but kind of in the same way that I'm looking at Sledge is like, I want to be sledging more. E-Strike triggers all of Riptide's traps. Both of these reds are going to be in my next hand, which is really bad. Yeah, there was an argument for not decomping it, though. Line it up. Your next arrow this turn gets +3. You may turn a face-down arrow in your arsenal face up. If you do, put an aim counter on it. Okay. Barbed Undertow is 8. Choose red, yellow, or blue. They can't pitch cards of the chosen color, but I like pitching cards of those color. Man, Dreadbore sucks. I got my gauntlets, I guess. I'm sure I will miss them at some point. And then we'll just sledge. Yeah, opponent has considered. That's reasonable. Okay. Riptide win. Oh, I should not have closed out of that game. Sledge only is the plan. We went first. I don't remember what turn that was. Let's call it 10. We had, let's say, 30 life. Reflections, broke Tunic, FTD Tunic, seemed good. Sledge only was hard, and I forgot to arsenal D-reacts. Conclusions. Plan was solid. Too many reds in deck. Try to scout for Dreadbore. I mean, that really is what it comes down to, right? Like, we really needed to scout that because there is a aggressive, like, go again Riptide. Against Lyath, I think I want to go first. Just use the Guardian board. Yeah. Like, there's definitely, like, there is an aggressive Riptide where I do want D-reacts. This hand kind of just doesn't do anything, so I think I'm on fruits. Leave them hanging. Okay. You hit the one card I needed you to not hit. That is unfortunate. Otherwise, I would have sledged. I was really hoping the Rootbound was going to get hit, and I'll just pitch to sledge. I believe Aggro Riptide still has Dreadbore in the sideboard. Oh, alright. Double Cruel Ambition. That seems pretty good. We'll see what they do. My intention here was to block with Footsteps and then mangle for 10 Dominate. I'm wondering, I mean, I could still do that, and I just, like, play Rootbound. I think what I'm supposed to do instead is just block for 6 and then sledge. Like, I want my D-react for the big turn that's coming up. Whatever Lyath is doing is going to hurt. Drone Rampart. Remove the suspense counter. If you do, it gets +2. Helm of Ison's Peak. Yeah, they've got something cooking. Some big stupid thing is about to happen. I've got Staunch, which will at least let me, like, dump my hand if I need to. But what I may be doing instead is, like, Staunch, Overpitch, Rootbound. And let's see what this is. Losing the blue isn't terrible as long as there is no further Intimidate. I can still just Staunch this. They discard their hand. No, we'll just take 14 and be sad about it. And then I get to sledge. That was kind of spoopy. I wonder what is in his hand where he didn't, like, block my sledge. This is another leave him hanging. I'm going to be really sad about it. All right. We're okay. Rootbound and Arsenal, we can decompose. That's fun. I would like to decompose. You're going to give us, what, Rampart and... Oh, Fiddler's Green? Okay. Gain 3. Sure, do something on your turn. Maybe I don't bring... Well, there's a Fatigue Lyath. Like, this is obviously very bad right now, but there is a Fatigue Lyath that maybe I would want to have Remembrance for. I think this is the first Lyath game I've played, certainly in a while, but definitely not on an aggro deck. And the last time I played Lyath, Syndra kind of just, like, tore it apart. Crapton's Call into Lyath into Undo. Okay. We're curious. We're interested. Giving something go again. Activating Lyath. I don't know enough about Lyath to know why the order of this mattered. To escalate... Oh. No, I don't see it. I'm gonna sink my remembrance? I thought this had go again. Why doesn't this have go again? Oh, it's cost 0. I see. I was confused. Find Terra Sonder, which isn't good enough. I'll just IP the D-React. What's up, Lee? Join stream, send scaling, says skill. I mean, this game is, I don't know, Lee, I don't even know what's going on here. This Lyath is doing stuff. Things are happening. Choices are being made. I got hit with cut a long story short for 21. I didn't like that. Apparently this Lyath wants a 5-card hand, which I also don't like. JK was a 4-card hand. Maybe their hand is just 4 reds. Yeah, it was 21. It was 6 mites, leave them hanging, sadistic scowl. Cut a long story short. So yeah, it was roll big. Hey, this hand sucks. But you know what? It probably blocks. In my shoes for 7? So we're going to block with Oakenold and Rootbound. And then I have the shelter if I need it. If they, like, Razor Reflex me. There we go. Now, sadly, my turn does nothing. My turn is just Arsenal Pass. But I'm about to have CNC Pummel, so we might be cooking something. Okay. You're going to Emerging Dominance me. Next attack action card you play this turn gets +3 and Dominate. And you pitched a Razor Reflex. Alright, so I am not going to use my Tunic here. I'm just going to pitch my Mangle. Which is, like, not super telegraphing that I have Pummel. Is more like, I think it's reasonable that I wouldn't want this Mangle in my hand. But, like, let's see how they deal with CNC. Little do they know, I do have a Pummel. Man, Emerging Dominance sucks. This card costs 2 and gives +3. Like, I guess I see how it works with Lyath, but on its face, this is kind of derpy. Okay. Have a Pummel. Order doesn't matter. I do like that our opponent has played 2 Oasis so far, and neither one has gotten them 5 value. That's been nice. I also like that this Emerging Dominance is going to pop and they only have 2 cards to play with. This is attack action card. So we get a Minnowism from their hand. We get a power play from their arsenal. That's pretty good. And then this hand doesn't do a ton. Why can I choose for 9 Dominate? Could you not? Now this hand does quite a bit. I get to block 10 and only take 1 card out of my deck. And then I get to Tunic Sledge. Jarl's broken. This hero's OP. Okay. Sigil of Solace is fine. I was thinking it was going to be Leave Them Hanging, and at least then I get to discard my fruits in response. I burn my Tunic, but, like, that's fine. This is second Sigil you've played. You pitched a Razor Reflex real early. Not real early, it was like 2 turns ago. Let's head over to my... Shoot. They're doing things. Okay. Even up the life total. This is great. We're also super far ahead on fatigue. This is a hand of cards, and I drew it. Of all the hands of cards, this is one of them. That's, you know, it's a playable hand. This is a 4-card 12, or a 3-card 11, and I IP a card. Or, if Lyath does... Okay, I'm like, if Lyath does something, it could be block 8, send 7, Arsenal and E-Strike. Huh? Let's do this. I'll keep this Unforgiving, and if opponent has Leave Them Hanging, then at least I kept a 4 in my hand instead of 2 3s. Yeah, we're kind of just looking to deal 12 this turn and be kind of sad about it. Yeah, Nicola, this is, it's a hand of cards. I like that they're blocking. Here, have 7 more. Would you like to block more? You could say it wasn't an enlightened draw. I could say that, but I won't. I will not be saying that. The Ice Lock Glaze here is kind of interesting. I wish my Tunic was up so that I could Tunic this, but yeah. I mean, I would Ice Lock Glaze pitch 2 into Sledge. +4, crowd boos you, sure. Into Tear Asunder. That's not as good as I thought it would be. So I get to block 5 and then shell. I was really like, this is going to be fucking huge. It's 8. That's fine. I still get to do my Ice Lock play, which is kind of neat. Opponent concedes the game. That's funny. I need to be right back. Give me a minute. Don't go anywhere, or I'll know. Did anyone leave? I told you not to. Let's make notes. Where am I making notes, you might ask? This is happening in my handy-dandy testing spreadsheet, which is off to the side. You can get access to this testing. If you want to follow my Jarl deck, all of my testing results, and get the matchups that I use, the buttons that I press, that you don't have access to with the free version, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel with a YouTube membership. For the low cost of $4.99, you'll get all of my competitive practice, my testing notes, the deck list, all of my future deck lists, maybe Aurora, maybe something for Silver Age, maybe Betsy, who knows. Whatever I play and test competitively, you'll get access to it. Lyath, we're just gonna take the little game plan here. We went first. We're gonna start putting NA for turn length and life total if our opponent concedes before the game ends. D-Reacts lined up really well. Intimidates were unimpactful. What are my conclusions? General Guardian plan should out-fatigue aggro Lyath. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is... If I had known what this Lyath build was going to be, I would not have boarded the way that I did. I definitely would not have brought in Remembrance. But at the same time, it worked. I really hope Remembrance gets banned so that I don't have to play it anymore. It is by far my least favorite card in the deck. It is a yellow that doesn't block, that does not impact the game until turn or third cycle. Puffin, we're gonna go second. Press the Puffin button. All right, we are treating Puffin like an aggro deck, both boost and pirate, which means I am not playing E-Strikes. I don't think that Mangle is important enough to mainboard. I have boarded out 2 Footsteps to bring in Blizzards, and we are choosing to go second because I want to tempo her. My intention is that I want to block on turn 0 if she attacks me. She does get to set up potentially, which is bad for me, but I want to be able to start threatening her life total before she can threaten mine. If you are going to dovetail me, you have 1 cog, so this is probably coming in for 6. We'll block 6 on 5. If she gives it go again, then I will Blizzard. If she doesn't give it go again, then what I accomplished was filtering blues out of my hand to try to find the fuse for Oakenold. Oh, that was a neat play. Get her dovetail back. I like that. We find a CNC, which is cool. What I think I'm going to do, considering that we are tempoing, I have 2 lines available to me. One is, I guess I have 3 lines, depending on if I want a Sync in Arsenal, a Blizzard in Arsenal, or an Oakenold in Arsenal. I think the only line here that is wrong is not playing the CNC. Knowing that she has a dovetail, the Blizzard looks a little bit better. The problem is, to play the dovetail, she might have to pitch a blue. And if she has to pitch a blue, then she'll have the resources to pay for Blizzard. Unless I CNC and she gives me armor. I think this is the right play. We CNC, she either gives me 2 cards and then her turn is less threatening, or she gives me a card and armor, and then Blizzard gets much better because it also gives her a Frostbite. I think the only line here that was wrong... Oh. That was good. Well, you get 2... Oh, from the Tinker Rings. I'm like, excuse me? I think the only wrong decision there would have been not attacking with CMC. This hand, okay, if I had arsenaled the Oakenold, I would have gotten punished for it. We did want to attack with the CNC, we wanted to pressure her. So now Blizzard gets a little worse because she has 2 action points, so she doesn't need to give the Dovetail go again. I do think... I want to save the Blizzard. There is a punish here where this is like Palantir and I have to block it, but I think putting 6 in front of the Dovetail is good enough, and then I can baby felling. Yeah, she Palantirs. So what's interesting with the Palantir now is I can make this... So she... Okay, so here's what we're going to do, which is kind of fun. I guess I could also just block with Stalagmite. Like, she can't pay for this. If her intention is to unicycle this cog... Oh, she can do it as an instant. Okay. So we are going to block with Well-Grounded, because I don't want to give armor to this Palantir. We are now going to pass. We are going to wait for her to break Unicycle. To Blizzard her, which does not affect whether it has go again. It affects her ability to now pay to tap the cog. So she does get to untap a cog, but she can't pay through the Frostbite to activate the Palantir. So we take 8, but we don't lose our Well-Grounded. So was that sick? Maybe. We took a shit ton of damage for it in order to send this felling. It was a very good turn from her. But we still have our resources, right? We still have Stalagmite. Like, we're kind of chilling. This hand is not very good. She does another cog in the machine? Jesus. We're probably just blocking with pummels. Unfortunately. Like, this just didn't line up well. To other Dovetail? Jeez. You have 1 cog. I'm going to give you Stalagmite here. Just to try to slow this down. Maybe she gives me Tunic. Maybe she can just, like, 0 for 4 through this. My line is going to be Pitch Imposing to Titan's Fist, Arsenal Rootbound. Breaking Gold with Riches, classic. Why not play Blizzard in response to the first cog? So if I play Blizzard in response to the first cog, she can respond to the Blizzard by tapping her second cog, activating Unicycle, and tapping the third cog. I have to do it in response to her breaking the Unicycle because she can do everything at instant speed. I need her to not be able to get me at instant speed. Polycrankin needs to die. This hand blocks okay-ish. The problem is I can't decompose either of my root bounds. Have an Everbloom? I'm going to root bound this. I can't decompose. What the fuck is happening? Is it good when you're Puffin and you draw 3 dovetails by turn 3? Is that a thing that you want to do in this matchup? I don't know. I've never played Puffin before. I don't know if that's a good thing to have happen to you. To just draw your best card by turn 3. Jesus Christ. What a... Okay. That's why we say better lucky than good. You don't have an action point, so this is just 4, which I can afford to take. What's up, good for game? We're getting... You've got to be kidding me. They pick up, interesting, Palantir, Dovetail, and Backup Protocol Red. I'm a little surprised at that. I thought that they would want to pick up just the 3 Dovetails. I don't know Puffin well enough. Just came back from my armory with Jarl, lost a Kasai in the end. Yeah, the Kasai can be tough. Well, this would be a reason why she wanted to, She doesn't have any cogs. So she finds Soup up, which is attacking for 4. We have now 3 Earth in the graveyard. So I'm going to decompose here. Hopefully I can save my sink below. I've heard the Kasai matchup can be pretty rough, and it's pretty technical too. I am just going to sink this. I am not going to sink below. I'm fine to hold these cards. So what I'm looking at happening here, I'm either blocking with one of these, which I will do. I get to play the Frostfang. She gets a Frostbite and has to, you know, the effect matters. I want to block with Gauntlets. I don't think I need to yet. My thought was I could hold on to the Ice-Lock Glaze if possible, play it, give her a second Frostbite, and also freeze the arsenal. If she needs this to start, that could be pretty devastating, but just going to give me a Tunic. Alright. I get Tunic and 2 cards out of her, so, I mean, Frostfang did its job. This is an interesting Puffin list. It's like, I thought that Pirate Puffin would be playing with Hook. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to undo this. Because you're going to cog in the machine. I have to ripple away. I keep forgetting. They managed to raise an army for 4. Ugh. That's rough. So I get to ripple away. I deny the second cog. What am I doing? I have 2 Earth in my graveyard. I think I am just over pitching. I don't think I need to IP this Rootbound. It's like kind of tempting. And then I just have 2 D-Reacts to slow her down. We'll just send our 4 here. I really wish I had something more impactful to do than Titan's Fist for 4 off of 3 cards, but it do be like that sometimes. She sunken treasures her own Sky Warden. That's rude. She's going to have 2 cogs, and she's halfway to drawing a card. Blizzard is nice, but my hand still doesn't really do anything. See what the follow-up is? Uses the gold, plays the cog. There's Palantir. So I don't need to Blizzard this. I can Stalagmite it. Oh no, I do need to Blizzard this. I think that's how this works. I don't think she can cog this while it's on the stack. I'm pretty sure. All right. To give her armor, which at this point might just be gauntlets. She can't activate Palantir, so I'm not losing my gauntlets. Like, I might just give her gauntlets and shelter. Interesting. Alternatively, I save gauntlets and just block with Everbloom and Shelter. I think I can give the gauntlets here. No. I should make this play. Shelter from the storm and sink below. Actually, I need to block differently. I need to block with Frozen to Death because she has 3 cogs. So I don't want to give her the opportunity to Skywarden me and turn these cogs into gold. I'm just going to play the Everbloom. That's the line. That's how we get around Puffin restocking all of her gold. Put an Ice Lock Glaze down because I want more earth in my graveyard for when I draw shit like Plow Under, so that if I decompose now and then like draw another foe. We're so up. We're the greatest Flesh and Blood players. We had the read. So we get to block with Crumble and Shelter. My line is just going to be Plow Under, discard Fruits. We're up tremendous. It's like we knew. Honestly, that's kind of cool. Honestly, the read on that was pretty sick. I'm not going to lie to you. That was good. That made me feel happy. We get to Plow Under, bottom her arsenal, slow her down a little bit more. We get to discard this Fruits and gain 2 life. Pinion Sentry makes a cog, which is spoopy. But, you know, we're closing the life gap. Crazy read. I thought so. I was pretty happy with it. We'll see what her turn is. Channel Lake Frigid, Tunic Frostfang looks pretty good here. Dovetail for 5. She can give it go again. I'm kind of thinking this is a reasonable block. Just do I want to play this Channel Lake? And I feel like the answer might be no, actually. Might just be like Frostfang Arsenal the Channel Lake. Blocking with the Gauntlets here doesn't really do anything because she can give the Dovetail +1 untap. I guess that's still fine. I think this is a fine block. She can give it +1, untap the cog, then retap it to give it go again. after damage. It's just then she wouldn't be able to attack with Spitfire. Okay. I am not going to play CLF here. I'm just going to wait. The Frostfang is going to give her a Frostbite. There's also an on-hit. She doesn't have armor to cover this one up anymore. So she has to give me at least 2 cards. And if she's going to try to do like a D-React play, then she has to give me 3. Like, this is still fine. Pitch is a cog. It's fine with me. Insane Ripple Away luck. That's her turn. Now we're going to play Channel Lake Frigid. The question is, I can go Channel Lake, Pitch Crumble, Tunic, Pitch Shelter to Titan's Fist. Or I just... It's Channel Lake no matter what. We give her a Frostbite, we give her the channel, we slow her the fuck down. We have to send a baby Titan's Fist, unfortunately. The question is, am I saving my Tunic or am I arseling CLF? And I think it is going to be use the Tunic. I don't have pummels anymore, so Tunic is not doing a ton for me. But we only have 2 Sync Blows left in the deck and 1 Root Bound. I think I do want to Chain Disruption as much as possible. So I want to hold on to my second CLF. Command and Conquer is very rude. My question is, how greedy do I want to be? How much do I care about the fact that Puffin is up a lot of cards to me? Like, I could give my crown here, bottom my Channel Lake Frigid, and try to find something else. If I can find a blue, then I'm in a pretty good spot. Otherwise, we're just like... Actually, finding a blue doesn't really do anything for me. I would need multiple blues. I could give armor to stop this, and then, like, block with Oak and Old, Gauntlets, use Well Grounded. Like, Felling, bottom Felling, and then I just have another Felling in my deck. I think I want to do this. Could also... Let's keep the Oak and Old. Let's do this. So I'm going to Felling bottom Oak and Old. Or Felling bottom Sink Below, and then Arsenal the Oak and Old. We were looking for an ice card there. If I could have fused the Oak and Old, that would have been pretty sick. I'm still looking to do it. I have 2 Crumbles and a Pulse left in the deck. That's a pretty good turn from our opponent. Definitely utilizing the block cards well. I feel like we have to win this with damage. Cool, I get to do a thing. We have 2 Oakenholds left in the deck. I feel like I'm probably not arsenaling the Pulse. I feel like I want to... Ugh, Palantir again? Oh no! She even has the Tunic, has the resource up. So I'm taking 7 from this. My line... She even has the resource up, so I can't get her with the Stalagmite here. Not that I could anyway, because instant speed. So I can get her with the Well-Grounded. She makes this 9. In response to the Palantir, I break the Well-Grounded. Which I think is the right line of play, because if I block from hand, then she just breaks whatever I would use. My line is going to be... pitch CNC Ice Lock to play Oakenhold, double fuse with Pulse, Arsenal Plow. What's my Earth count? I'm good. Yeah, we're taking 7 here, which sucks. These Palantirs have not been great, but this one has been very good. I could also pulse this. Oh, she's holding it for a D-react. Okay, this is fine. She was holding... That's smart. This is an experienced Puffin player, I feel. She was holding the 3rd activation of the Palantir in case I play a D-react, so she can break the D-react. That's pretty slick. Here is an Oakenhold. We are going to... pitch. Show you a pulse. There's also a line where I play the Ice Lock Glaze, give her a Frostbite, and then pitch the Plow and the CNC to Oakenhold. My thinking is I want to hold the Pulse because I have 2 Oakenholds left in the deck, and there's a really good chance that I get to just start chaining them together. What's up, Moss? You're just going to Spitfire me for 2. Part of me, like, really wants to hold this Ripple away so I can keep hitting these cog in the machines, but we are... I mean, I guess I can block like this. 'Tis the morning of the calling side events for you. Nice. I mean, I could also play the Channel Lake Frigid. I think this is fine. Calling side events for you? Well, good luck. Have you seen... It's Jakarta this weekend, right? Have you seen any of the... Have you seen the prize wall yet? Like, are there good things? I am just going to keep IPing this pulse. Well-grounded. Everbloom. Ripple. Sounds like Moss is playing the calling, which is awesome. Oh, I was supposed to decompose my own Plow under so that she couldn't turn it face down. It doesn't matter. She also has yellows. So my CNC, there's an Oakenhold. Cogworks Workshop. Put a steam counter on up to 2 cogs you control, create a golden cog. Prize well not yet, but merch they have BOG, COP, and Tunic match for under 30 USD. That's pretty cool. Authority of Ataya. This is the most expensive Puffin deck I've ever seen. She's on 2 gems. Holy shit. That's rude. I want my arsenal. What the fuck? So I have choices. I feel like I'm giving my armor here and just like really greeting this out. Like, I get to play this Oakenol, double fuse it. There is a world where she has the D-React to punish me. But even if she finds the D-React to punish me, like, I still have another Oakenol in the deck, and I got the CNC here. There's even a world where I was supposed to block with Tunic instead of Stalagmite, and just hold the Stalagmite, which I think is going to be more relevant later. Like, Tunic isn't really doing anything for me anymore, because my deck doesn't have, I don't have pummels left. That isn't true. I could, like, CLF CNC. You can show me a D-React from Arsenal or hand. There's a sink. So take 5 bottom 2 cards. Keep both your cogs because you're a gamer. Two-power soup up, no go again is not super exciting. So I think we're blocking with Crumble. I'm going to play CNC, pitch Fruits, Arsenal Plow, and just keep chaining Disruption together. Continue to IP this Pulse, which I should really just like confirm that I have an Oakenol left in the deck. Yeah, the Tunic is... I definitely should have blocked with the Tunic. But I'm also, I mean, we're fine. She has to give me 2 cards on the CNC. I get to put more Disruption into my arsenal. She has played 3 CNCs. You're just giving me your arsenal? I will happily take a blue Cogwork Zeppelin. We're just IPing this Pulse. Like, worst case, I get to just play a Pulse. That's pretty cool. Oh my god, it even has go again? Good opponent says good game. Alright, they're giving it to us. It was an interesting decision. Like, part of me wants to let this hit so I can, like, play the sink below, take 6, let her get the 2 gold. Oh, you know what? We would have been fine, because she can only Puffin once. Yeah. So we sink below, we take 6. She gets 2 gold. I Oakenol'd her. And then she dies. She's at 4. Yeah, and then we just get her. All right. So that was a really interesting game. And this is how I feel like the Puffin matchup usually goes. Like how it's gone for me previously. Is she starts out ahead, and then as soon as I get the armor, it starts to go my way. Like, as soon as we get 1 piece of armor from the aggro deck, the Frostfangs are much better. The Blizzards this game were really weird, where it was like, I never stopped a big turn. I never got, like, she's got 4 0-for-4s in hand, and I Blizzard, and then I stop, like, her entire turn. But the 2 Blizzards both stopped 2 Palantirs from activating, so I still took a ton of damage, but she couldn't destroy the Well-Grounded, so then I got to just Well-Grounded. What a weird game. I think the Blizzards were really helpful. We also then put ourselves in the spot of, like, late game. I'm pretty far ahead on life. I'm down on deck, but, like, how good were all of my turns just IPing this Pulse? Like, I was a 3 intellect hero that just kept finding, like, CNC into Plow, into CNC, into Oakenol, into CNC, into Oakenol. Like, that was an interesting one that I think just turned out really well for us. And, like, even looking at what our opponent has left in the deck, there's kind of nothing. Like, the cog in the machines will keep her churning through cogs for Spitfire, I guess. She has the 2 red Zeppelins, which are potentially very good. There's a Palantir, which I'm afraid of. The double Ripple Away was not... I have to take that into account in this game. Like, if I get to just ripple away a cog in the machine, that's so insane. It's so good. The read on the Sky Warden was also very good. That is credit to All In Together. Why won't my keyboard work? Credit to All In Together, who is not in... Ah, Jesus. My keyboard is, like, falling apart. Credit to All In Together, who's not in the chat right now, as far as I know, who, like, gave that to me on Monday, where I played against the Puffin. He's like, hey, actually don't swing hammer here, because you get screwed by Skyward. And I'm like, whatever, Rob. And then today, yeah, the read on, like, watching her pitch 3D reacts to attack with Skywarden was so nuts. That was so great. What was our game plan? We are on the tempo plan with consideration for Skywarden. Watch your attacks. We went second. This game went 15 turns. We were at 17 when we won. Reflections on the game. Rippling away. Cog in the machine. Continues to be nuts. Great read on a Sky Warden to refresh gold on breaking cogs. Ran her out of armor and frostbites. Did work. Blizzards were sick. The blizzards were also great, not just because they kept the well-grounded around, but keeping the well-grounded around let me keep the other armor around, which was also really good. Like, the fact that we just got to keep our arms and the shield around for just long enough is what let us send the disruption to chain with the Oakenol to just, like, slow her down long enough until she eventually dies. We still had Terra Sunders in her deck. Like, for as much as she brought 68 cards into this matchup with a Remembrance, we were just walking her down. Like, we were gonna get her with the Terra Sunders. Conclusions, Blizzards are good. Walking Puffin down with me after she loses armor is a solid line of play. Cool. So we went 4-1 today. We lost to a, like, vastly superior Jarl player, which is great because it shows me, like, I just have a lot to learn about the Jarl mirror. What was the Ripple of play? We just had a Ripple. Like, she played Cog in the machine. I discard Ripple. So Cog only makes one Cog. Puffin doesn't get to cheat the action point. She doesn't get to draw a card. It's just like, it's not really a play so much as, like, did you draw Ripple away when she plays Cog in the machine? And if you do, it's always worth it to discard. Yeah, that Jarl game was a real, like, cool, I need help. I need to work on the Guardian Mirror. Like, it's really something I gotta put time into, because if Jarl is gonna be as good as I think he is, then I will be seeing that matchup a lot. And I need to get comfortable with it. My other Guardian Mirrors are generally fine, but, yeah, that Jarl game was rough. That had to do with Swinging Hammer? No, so that was a read that she was holding Golden Skywarden. So I was making a blocking decision where I knew I was blocking 6, and it was, or I knew I was blocking down to 1 card in hand. And the question was, what card am I blocking down to? So it was between, I was going to either keep Frozen to Death or Everbloom Life. And my initial thought was keep the Frozen to Death to hammer for 4. And then I saw that she, 1, had like 25 life, and 2 golden cogs with no counters on them. So she's going to lose them. So my thought was then, actually block with the Frozen to Death, hold the Everbloom Life, play the Everbloom, bottom, I don't know, an Ice Lock Glaze, something that doesn't matter. But more importantly, I am getting value from my one card without attacking. And then her line was pitch 3 D-Reacts, play Golden Skywarden. So the read on, if she has Skywarden here, this play is terrible, was exactly right. And she got mega punished. So that was the read, Brandon, is if your Titan's Fist just like isn't doing anything, if your one card play sucks and she has cogs that are about to expire, just don't attack. Like, block with the 3-block, arsenal the D-React, or block with the 3-block, play the Everbloom, or discard the fruits, or whatever it is. That was the read. And then the other 4 games today, yeah, just went really well. Like, we beat the shit out of an Oscilio. The Riptide actually need to change because they conceded. It took us a while on that Riptide game to remember, like, hey, what if I arsenal the D-React? What if I remember that Dreadbore has text? But eventually we got there. Like, that Riptide build is weird. Sludge good. Lyath game, we got there. Our D-Reacts lined up really well. And then, yeah, the Puffin read was really good. That seems similar to not swinging into Oscilio with Hat and Brilliance on the board. Basically, yeah. Like, if they get more value from you attacking than you get value from attacking them, don't attack them. Just do something else. Get your value somewhere else. You probably even IP a card. Like, I wonder if I just had 2 Frozen to Deaths instead of an Everbloom. If I say, like, actually, I'm just not attacking. Probably. Or I could have held on to an Ice Lock Glaze and just give a Frostbite. Yeah. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for hanging out. This was awesome. Love playing Jarl with everyone. I just generally love playing Jarl. Like, the deck is sick, and I'm excited to be picking it up for Nationals because we saw a bunch of good spoilers for aggro decks, and I don't want to play Aurora into, like, new Puffin. That card's sick. 0 for 3 with Go Again, make a gold, holy shit. I will be back tomorrow playing Aurora into probably Puffin and Betsy and all these heroes that I don't want to play Aurora into, especially while we don't know what all of her cards are. But hopefully you can hang out. It's, it's fun either way. Stream starts at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard. I hope to see you all there. And until then, take care.